Hey guys, I'm here and today I am refilming a video that I made over the summer and then just never ended up uploading for whatever reason. I think it's because I was behind on a billion unboxings and didn't want to upload twice in one day because I really don't like doing that. But I'm refilming a video that I thought of a while ago and it's a K-pop help video, I guess. It's more of like a story Q&A video. I don't know. It could fit into a couple different topics. So the time that this happened to me, I don't even know honestly. I think it was between like 2011, 2012, 2013 maybe a little bit. So during those years, a lot of new groups debuted. There weren't too many groups when I first got into K-pop, but then there were a ton all of a sudden. And I think it was just too overwhelming for me because I had established Infinite and Super Junior as both ultimates and just didn't really feel like, and I had like a top 10, like a pretty solid top 10. Of course it's very, very different from my current top 10, but it was the top 10 and I was just like, you know, I'm pretty happy with what I have. Like my groups are releasing music so fast that it doesn't really make me feel like I need to go searching for other music. Just decided that I wasn't going to pay attention to any more debuts and anything. And I feel like I talk about this time in my K-pop career. I've been a fan since 2009, so during the time that I've been in K-pop, I feel like I talk about this time a lot just because as soon as I got out of it, which was, if you want to know, when BTS debuted, nobody called them BTS back then. They were Bangtan Boys back then. But when they debuted, I fell in love with their first single album, mini album, whatever it was, because the tracks are always weird on BTS albums. Whatever it was, I fell in love with them and was like, oh my gosh, they released such great music. I should go back and try to figure out some other groups that I've like been sleeping on, and there were a lot. And I say that this is like a K-pop help video for the sole reason of that I would be in a very different place, like as a K-pop fan, if I did not listen to rookies, because Super Junior is pretty inactive. They're coming back this year, but they've been pretty inactive minus solos and subunits. And to be completely honest, I'm getting tired of solos and subunits. I really just want a full group comeback. It's been a long time. I want a full group comeback. So there's that. Infinite only releases music like once every 13 months. In the past 2 years, it's been a mini album. Like, it's not a lot of music. I mean, I'm not counting the Japanese stuff, but there has been quite a large amount of Japanese and subunit stuff lately. But they don't really come back as a group often enough that I think I would be as involved in K-pop. None of my groups are really like this. Like VIX was like this year, but VIX was a 2012 group. Didn't get into them until like 2 or 3 comebacks had happened. That are older on my list don't release music that often. Like Monsta X releases music all the time, and so does Attention, and 17 releases music all the time, and there's a lot of groups that do release music all the time. SHINee releases an album once a year. They do solo subunit stuff, they do a lot of Japanese stuff, but I like SHINee's Japanese stuff, but I don't collect it, which means that I don't really pay as much attention to it. I do listen to it, like I have their new song downloaded, but yeah. Once I got back into rookies, I think it might have been after New East and EXO debuted that I was just like, and BAP, I was like, oh, all set, like that's good. But I've recently, like, in the past few years, discovered so many groups that I love, and the music has always been really good, and I kept listening to everything. I just kept like being like, oh, I don't need to learn this group, I'll just listen to this song. But it happened for, like, Crush Gene's a really good example of this. Like, Crush Gene is the reason that I like hate this time about myself. They released songs and I kept being like, oh, I love this song, I don't really know much about this group. Oh, I love this song, I don't know much about the group, but I love the song. And eventually I was like, when they released Nahago Norja, I was like, I need to start like learning the group. Like, I need to learn what this group is, because this has happened where I've loved a lot of their songs and I just totally forgot that they existed, because they're 4 years old. So they debuted around the time that, and I do remember their debut. I remember their debut, and I remember thinking that it was kind of weird because their choreography was kind of weird. So basically all I want to say in this video, now that I've been blabbing for 8 minutes, is it's so easy if they're not from big companies to be like, I don't care. But like Dreamcatcher is a really, really good example of a debut that everybody's been talking about, but they're from a smaller company. You would not think to check them out if you only followed bigger companies like SM, JYP, YG. And to be honest, those companies don't release new groups that often. I've come a long way since this time, and I have to say that the reason I've been into K-pop for 8 years now, like this is a long time I've been listening to this genre of music, is because I know so many trainees, like from WOM, for instance. Like, I know so much about the majority of their trainees. Apparently I don't know all of them. That's what I learned last month, but I know quite a few of them. And I've known about Pristin for a while, except now I finally know all of the members, like, real names, and now half of them have stage names. Pledis, why? And I knew 17 for a long time, and just following rookies like that and watching Monsta X's pre-debut elimination thing and watching Twice's pre-debut elimination thing, following rookies is so important because your groups are, we're getting a lot of this, your groups are getting older, they're going to disband, they're going to go to the military if they're male, they're gonna get married. I just feel like you would lose so much if you only focused on the older groups. I'm not saying that you should accept every single rookie that debuts in your life, because definitely don't. That's overwhelming. It's crazy. I did that in 2015 and now look at me. But I guess I didn't really pick up too many groups in 2016. But I picked up 3, I think. Yeah. And Card, but Card hasn't debuted yet, so I don't count them. Just don't ignore all of the rookies in your life, and when somebody says like, oh, this new group just debuted, their song is really, really good, take 3 minutes of your life and listen to it. Or 6 minutes, listen to it twice. I'm always a fan of, if a song comes out, listen to it twice before you finally decide how you feel about it. I usually listen, when I do a reaction, I usually listen to the song again before I upload it, and I write in the description box any like other thoughts that I had when I watched it the second time or listened to it the second time. So just things to keep in mind as we're going forward into 2017. There's a lot of rookies planning to debut this year. If you've gotten to the point where you're like, I don't want to call a certain group out, so I'll call In-Spirits out, because I am an In-Spirit and I can be like this, even though I feel like In-Spirits are pretty accepting of other groups. Like, I feel like nobody's ever just an In-Spirit. And I've seen a lot of support for W Project from In-Spirits and from Lovelyz as well. Less from Lovelyz, but In-Spirits are pretty on board with this. If you only like Infinite, which, like, I can't blame you if you love Infinite a lot, because I also love Infinite a lot, and you don't pay attention to any other groups that have debuted, you should, because these younger groups do look up to your older group and to the group that you stan, and they pay attention to the group that you stan, and they would love to have even just like a quarter of the fans, because when you start out you don't have any fans usually. So that is it for this video, just a little ranting video. It was just as random when I filmed it in the summer, and you'd think it would be more structured the second time I filmed it, but I really don't like to script ranting videos like this, so yeah. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go listen to Jungjoon and Youngtaek's new song, Drought, from W Project now, because I just reacted to it and I'm in love, so I want to go listen to it some more. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I am going to be adopting some rookies this year for sure. I've already decided that I want to buy Dreamcatcher's album, and I think I might buy it with Crushing and BTS's albums, because those are supposed to be released today. I don't know if it's on Ketchup CD yet. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm also going to, they are out, oh my gosh, I need to buy them. Okay, I have to go because I need to buy albums that are out. It was on my list of things to do today, and I need to get Crush Jeans first press because of the photo card sets. So, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you ever had a time like this where you stopped paying attention to, oh, BTS's albums are so expensive, where you stopped listening to rookies and such, and then if you got back into it, or if you're still kind of going through a time like that, let me know in the comment section down below, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye. Gonna go buy Crush Jean and BTS's albums now, and probably Dreamcatcher. See you later.